Yes.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
I'm currently based in India and I'm trying to immigrate for work.
Mhm.
And I got three offers from different cities, and I'm confused like which one to accept and which one would be better for me. So can you help me with that?
Yes. Okay. Now these are the what you sent me, right? You
Yes, exactly.
art. I calculated it, but what type of work is that? Is what type of these are office buildings, offices that you gave me, right?
Yes, so this is the corporate offices wherein I am going to work as a manager.
Okay. Okay. So we start with a office building in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And I will calculate the coordinates, and I enter that into my calculation system. And my interpretation will be or can be for different size levels of fields. But we start off with the smallest size level, which is 80 meters times 120 meters.
Okay.
And I that will explain your relationship or what this building, this office of this company stimulates, activates in your birth chart. And so I got to the this following um, positions,
Okay.
astrological sign positions are of this place. The first decade of a Capricorn and the very center of Scorpio. But since I calculated the corner of the building, so the first half of Scorpio,
Okay.
the second half of Scorpio, sorry, is the whole of the building is located in that, and the first decade of Capricorn. And now Capricorn activates house 10, the house of job, the house of
Mm-hmm.
taking over responsibility for your performance, for what you do, and for deciding to fulfill your job, the duty or like service there. And it we can assume that aspect activates and stimulates in your chart the position of Uranus. Um,
Okay.
and that type of a job is actually a self-finding issue for you. It will would activate and bring and stimulate a lot of development in your career, in your life, and in your personalities, you see. That is a very interesting and positive aspect because it's on the house 9 side, I mean, of house of but next to the house of job, the midheaven and the house of work,
Okay.
profession. And the second coordinate, um, which is in the second half of Scorpio, it will activate and house 8 in your chart. And since you have Pluto there, and house 8 is the house of foreign territory, I think that the circumstances are not positive and not easy and difficult. And
Okay.
I would doubt even that you would the option, the chances of getting the job are not big enough. Let's say that I could recommend trying to get this job, this particular job. You could try anyway, and I recommend that if you feel to, that you try just for trying even.
Okay.
But the circumstances of this house position, they are simply not recommendable for work to be on your own side, on helping you or like support. The place would not. We cannot assume that the place will support you.
Okay.
So let's have a look at other places. So then
Sure. Yeah.
first to start with, and we can come back to that if still you wanted to apply.
Okay.
Okay, so then second place is in, Dublin Dublin, California. Okay,
Yes, that's right.
that's funny for me as a European to hear that Dublin is in California because I cannot
Okay.
easily project it, Ireland, Irish weather into California. That's
Okay.
actually my, okay. So, but, what we have there are different, coordinates, different position, and, okay, this building is even larger, taller, and, yeah, but interesting. And, let's see. Right. So what we have here is very different because, the coordinates are different of the
Okay, yes.
building. Mhm. Yeah. So they are in the first decade of Aries, and, in the latitude coordinate is right in the middle of Libra, and the whole of the house is in the center of Libra. And, these coordinates stimulate your ascendant sign,
Okay.
Aries. It's the position of the building is in house 12, but it's in your ascending sign, and therefore, that is quite an interesting and positive aspect, even because your sun position is in house 12. So altogether, house 12 is a house, an aspect in your chart, in a aspect of places in your chart that allows you to learn, perform, and develop and work in a by allowing your actual identity. That house is that position of this building. It is a bit sophisticated because it is not easily in the house of money, and it's
Okay.
not in the house of work. This aspect, but it allows a kind of a engagement there, which would take you beyond and to transcend normal habitual atmosphere in a job. They would judge you from what you actually do and not by how you look or how you seem to perform. But they will judge you by the outcome.
Okay.
And I think that in your case, that is something that really makes a lot of difference, because you are focused on the outcome of things. Because you have Sun and Venus in house 12, you need to focus on the outcome of things while
Yes.
working. And that's why I think that is very positive. Or it is quite positive and quite interesting for a job. And the
Okay.
second aspect in Libra is right on the descendant and in house 7 in your chart. And it stimulates your readiness for service, for serving what's there, and for empathy with the clients and the work, and readiness to perform like on a stage set by them, by the company.
Yes.
And I think that has so much stimulation for development that I recommend that you apply for this job.
Okay.
And that it stimulates enough development and motivation for development in your chart and in your system that it looks quite interesting. It is not, if the job is in Taurus and in between Taurus and Gemini, where you have Jupiter
Okay.
in such a position, we would always think, wow, that is really something where the place where you have the strongest of standings, potential standing, and enough income stimulation. So there are aspects in your chart which would be absolutely ideal. This is not the first thing here, but I think it is so interesting for
Okay.
you, yeah, that I want to recommend. Okay. And there is another data that you sent me in New York, Brooklyn, New York. So I calculate that. Again, I will interpret level 4 of my calculation routine, which um, is the calculation for the precise position of the building.
Okay.
So we can really go get to the personality issues that you have with the site itself. That this site is in Libra in the second half of Libra too, in the second part of Libra, meaning in house 7 in your birth chart, the house of relationship,
Okay.
opening up to the world, receptivity, empathy for others, and readiness for service. So that means house 7 is also it stimulates that you are seen by others
Okay.
and that they are and recognized and you get the recognition for what you do. And if you work in promotion, that is even even more positive or even better. So, and now the second coordinate is in Cancer, the house, the sign of emotionality, of emotional perception and experience, and our inner center, and so on. And it's in your chart with an Aries ascendant. Uh, uh, Cancer is located in house. It rules house 4, but
Okay.
is located in between houses 3 and 4, and you have the Moon and Chiron, 2 planets in Gemini, in Cancer, and that is it is the case. It is in that case. It is so. The building is located in between houses. It stretches in between houses 3 and 4 of your chart.
Okay.
That is a very positive aspect in house 4, because house 4 is usually a job where we are part of the family, where
Yeah.
it is like we get the stimulation from the site, the place, the earth, so to say, to be allowed to in there like we are entering our own family. And since house 3 too is involved or could be involved, it depending on which part of the building the offices are located. But it's your moon position and Chiron there in the house of learning, the house of house 3 is the house in jobs, is the house of motivation for learning, for development, for career, for competition with others, and for doing investing energy and motivation into a job. And since you have such personal constellation planets there,
Okay.
I want to say that I recommend this as the best of the 3 examples, and I
Yes.
recommend that this is the first address that you would consider for applying or for hoping to get the job.
Okay.